Hello again. This is my entry into Adam Harris's 100 subscriber giveaway, and he wants you to know how you approach opening up a lock. And this is a lock that I haven't opened. It was given to me by Brett Sucks, and it's going to be turned into a challenge lock. I've had very little contact with this lock in terms of the fact that it's I received it. It went into a box, and I've just not done anything with it. Well, first thing I do, if I've got the key and it's in the house, as it were, like it is this one, well, I put the key in and I give it a wobble to see what it's like, see if it's catchy, or see what the condition of these pins are like. You can have a little feel. I look at the key and I sort of make an assessment of what pick I should use. If it's obviously out in the wild, you wouldn't have a key, and you don't know what you're going to be, how you're going to open it, I suppose. But I'd approach it the same way. And right, well, I've got out my favourite. This is my favourite tension tool, and I would, I like to pick with it going up. Brett picks going down, and you can see that's not working, but it would work that way round. So that would be a way that I might pick it, but I don't like picking down, so I would tend to want to try to pick this thing going up the other way. It just feels more comfortable for me, but that doesn't mean to say that I would definitely do it. And then what's this one? Hold on, I don't is it the right size? Yeah, 1mm should do it. It's quite a thin little thing here, so it's about a 1mm. 1mm will be a bit wobbly. There we go. So and so that is how I would hold it. And when I hold it like this, I this is how I feel most comfortable. And then the tool that I would use to pick it with is a shallow hook. Now I've got a set of shallow hooks now. Thank you very much, Peter. And I'm able to give it a go. And what I do, I do several things here actually. Firstly, if it's a challenge lock particularly, what I do is there's no tension on here. Don't touch it then, it will fall out. They do fall out, right, okay, when I do it. No tension. And what I do is I just gently, I put it in and I just gently pull back. And I'm not counting pins, I'm just feeling them. Now, one of the things that I have to explain a little bit about me and my sort of the way that I pick is that, you see, I've put my shit down. That one. Chop the top off those. Those have been stitched back on, and that was just sort of like glued back on. But anyway, you can't see it. And I've chopped the top of my thumb off. I've hurt my neck badly, and so all down here is numb. All here is numb, and so the feeling in my fingers is a bit iffy, and I'm obviously used to it. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. It's not an issue. The only reason I say talk about it is that when I come to pick a lock, I have to put a bit of extra effort into actually feeling the pins and what's going on inside, because quite often I can't feel anything. It's very common, and I don't know whether it's just because of my inexperience or whether it's my hands. I'm blaming my hands, but anyway, and then I just simply go. I start at the front. I mean, I don't have a particular place where I start, but usually at the front, and then I just gently nurdle, I call it, but just nudge the pins, and obviously feel for a binding pin. There's a binding pin there at the back, and is it somewhere there? And nothing's happening. There's no tension on here. It's going to fall out in a second. And see if I can get that, because these are up quite high, these pins, I think, aren't they? So I'd go down it like this, and I'm not doing anything actually. Just overset that, I should think. And yeah, and it's probably the wrong pick, although, and that's how I do it. I wouldn't. I have overset something there. I wouldn't tend to go like this because I find that pressing down, I have it's my worst way of feeling that I, it's just I'm just poking it in and pushing it down, so I don't do that. So there we go. That's my method really, and my method is the same for all of them. The reason I pick it up like that, because these are installed like that, is because I started off on these and they're installed like that. Now you see, when Brett picked my when he picked this and when he picked the rabbit, he picked it upside down. He picks it like that, you see. So if you're going to pick it how it's in the lock, you've got to pick it like that, haven't you? But a padlock you hold in your hand and you and you hold it. And the thing with the padlock is, you see, one of the things that I like to do is I like picking these sorts of padlocks, and you hold them in your hand, don't you? Obviously you use another set of tools and all that sort of stuff. It's a different approach. You've got to have the right tool to get in there and do all that. So there's a lot of mucking about sometimes with those, a lot of what you might call understanding. But different locks, different tools, and different approaches. Obviously lots of different approaches, but that's how I do that one. So go over and follow Adam Harris if you're not following him already. He's a great guy. Got some good content going on. He's quite funny, and be seeing you around, guys.